want to say something? Wil je wat zeggen tegen Prim en Billy? Shout-out naar je friends. Krijg je een kusje? Oh, dank je. Hij wil helemaal niks zeggen tegen jullie. So, oh, toch? He just wants scratches. That's fine. I'm 30 years old, I'm heavily tattooed, and I started ballet classes a year ago. Let me tell you how that all started and came to be while I sew my first pointe shoes. Hi, it's Denise, and welcome to whatever this is. Sewing pointe shoes feels like a ritual, an intimate, deliberate, almost meditative process, especially because it's my first time. A slow stitch promise to show up for this version of myself I've been neglecting for way too long. People laugh or don't believe me when I tell them I started ballet. When I say I've been taking dance classes, they assume or guess that I started pole dancing or like a high heels class. Ballet rarely cross their mind. It makes sense, I guess, considering my age or what I look like. And the funny thing is, once I explain it, they do get it. A lot of women today are reclaiming their power, their sexuality, and freedom by pole dancing or these high heel classes. And I love that. I really do. I considered it doing it myself for a while. Very empowering, and I'm definitely here for it. For me, ballet is the exact same thing. It's just a different direction. Let me explain. I already feel secure in my sexuality and womanhood. What I needed to reclaim was my girlhood. That soft, innocent part of myself I buried under this armor. Ballet is me choosing to reconnect with that softness and that elegance I secretly admired, but never allowed myself to embrace. So at 30, I signed up. When I was younger, I used to be afraid of being perceived girly. I thought femininity was weak, frivolous, and something to outgrow. I called myself a tomboy. I never wore pink. I was very uncomfortable in dresses, and being cute wasn't a compliment. I learned to devalue softness, girliness, pinkness, grace. I'd see girlhood as something weak. And I know that kind of makes me sound like I was a pick-me, but the problem is I truly believed it. I didn't act in that way to get male validation. I used to truly believe that anything girly was dumb and stupid and weak. Now that I know who I am, the power of girlhood and what that internalized patriarchal mindset did to me, I want to reclaim that girlhood that I pushed away. So this is about healing my inner child and let her wear pink, letting her move with elegance, letting her want things that once made her feel very uncomfortable because she was afraid of not being taken seriously. So now it's about stepping out of that ego and into curiosity, choosing courage over image. And I don't mean that in a way that ballet is something stupid and I'm just doing it because I'm curious. Even though it's stupid, it's definitely not. When I say image, I mean the image I've created over the years, or the person I seem to be on the outside doesn't match that image of ballet. So I know I don't look like the stereotypical ballerina. Not only am I considered to be
way too old to start ballet.
I am heavily tattooed, I am heavily pierced, and although I have a beautiful and healthy body, it doesn't align with ballet's narrow beauty ideals. I have like a fuller bosom, short legs, stuff like that, but I think that's the point. I'm doing it anyway. So, little update, I have my pointe shoes here, and I've been working them in a little bit. But the biggest problem for me right now is the vamp. So this part is too high. So what I mean by that is when I go in demi pointe, like this, you know, like this, this part right here kind of presses into my feet. It's too high. So today I'm going to try via a YouTube video, try and make it shorter. Wish me luck, because I have never done this before. This is actually the first pointe shoe I ever sewn as well. For those who like to know, I have Grishko's 3007 Pro pointe shoes. They're hard shoes, so it's a 6 and it's 5X, so it's this one. But the vamp is just too high. It really hurts. Let's try and make them shorter. Wish me luck. And I won't lie. Walking into a room full of younger, pink-wearing, neat bun girly girls looking at me definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone. It felt like being catapulted back to high school, walking into class, being like the new girl or something like that. But things can surprise you. Those thoughts, that insecurity is me. That's not the truth. That's not what happened. I thought I'd feel judged, out of place, maybe even unwelcome, and I told myself I wouldn't care, and I do believe that. I did go in not caring because I'm older, I'm very secure in who I am. There is this little voice in your head, but if anybody were to judge me, I'm not there for them. I was there for me. But once I settled in, even that small voice melted away. The girls in my class are genuinely lovely. They're kind, encouraging. They help me with all my questions. They're so generous in helping me when I get lost in combinations. So a proper shout out to them, honestly. Hi girls. They've been excited about this video.
Here you are.
Also, a shout out to Alignment Dance Company, who took me in and encouraged me and take me seriously. I'm generally learning so much and they take it serious. They want me to get better and they want me to grow as a dancer. The school and the girls and the teachers, they all feel like something that I'm being part of, not just observing from the outside. So yeah. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Hi. Oh, hallo. Ja, kom je even dag zeggen. Op. Goed zo. Mooi zit. Okay. When I finally tried on my first pointe shoes, it felt like I unlocked a childhood dream. And although I don't really see a ballerina when I look in the mirror, I am very proud of myself. Not just for, putting the shoes on or the tights or the little skirt, but for doing the work to get there. And there's so many people like me, I'm sure of it, watching YouTube videos of others starting ballet later in life, generally inspired and push me to begin. I hope I can do the same for someone else. And on the other hand, seeing someone like Madeline Wu, like she's a professional ballerina who has quite a few tattoos, really left me in awe. It makes you realize that representation really makes a difference and makes you feel seen. I think the point I'm trying to make is not to start ballet unless you really want to, but if there's something you want to try but haven't because you're afraid or scared that you're too old or you don't fit in or that people will laugh at you or will judge you, know that that is the absolute worst reason not to try it. Honestly, it's such a silly reason. You deserve to want things and you deserve to try things, even the things that scare you, even the things that make you uncomfortable. So you aren't late, you are right on time, because doing it means that you're ready. Just do it. Wow, that was a solid ad for Nike. No, don't. I am not sponsored. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. I'm curious about the things that scare you, but you secretly want to try. Also, feel free to subscribe. No pressure, just an open space if you want to stick around. Thank you for being here. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video.